customer satisfaction is essential for every business. It not only affects the customers, but also the company's profits. At the Canton Verizon Wireless store, customer satisfaction surveys have decreased in the last year. The problem statement for our group is, how can Verizon Wireless increase customer satisfaction scores by 10% by the end of 2014? This presentation will include the issues causing the problem, what can be done to improve the issues, analysis of the solutions, choosing the best solutions, the action plan, the recommendations, the potential risk for failure, and ways to avoid failure. The decrease may result from a combination of three areas: bad customer experience, poor job performance, or the survey itself. Which leads us to what can be done to improve the scores. We can hire additional employees, which would help reduce the wait times, develop a more effective training program, which would allow the employees to give more knowledge about the products and services, and also help to reduce wait times, or modify the survey itself by changing the wording and the delivery method of the actual survey. Now Tammy will break down the analysis as well as why we chose the solutions that we did.
The two tools that we used for our analyses are the paired choice matrix and the criteria grid analysis. For the paired choice matrix, the group decided to evaluate three potential solutions: hiring the employees to reduce wait times, developing a more effective training program, and modifying the survey process. The solution with the highest number of results is that developing a more effective training program will ensure that employees are providing the best customer experience, which will fix the current issue of low survey results in the Canton location. The criteria grid analysis shows that with three potential solutions from the paired choice matrix, the best result is actually a different outcome. The group used three additional criteria points: cost, ease of implementation, and the impact on the people involved. From this analysis, the team evaluated the cost weighted at 60%, the people impact weighted at 25%, and the cost of the implementation at 15%. After reviewing the criteria against the proposed solutions, the group determined that modifying the survey process would be the most cost-effective method. Both the solutions are equally effective in solving the issue of the low survey scores at the Canton Verizon location. Each method used for solving shows the importance of addressing this problem. While modifying the survey process would be the most effective solution out of the three, it would not solve the problem on its own. Hiring more employees may help to reduce wait times, but they can also be reduced by implementing a training program with current employees. Without effective training the employees, there would be no opportunity for improvement. Therefore, the group recommends that both solutions should be implemented in order to reach the goal of increasing customer satisfaction survey scores by 10% by the end of 2014. After coming up with the solutions that we did, we decided actually to just focus on the training program for the frontline employees. And Lottie will explain how to do this, how this solution will be put into the action and the contingency plan in case any of the areas may fail.
Thank you, Tammy. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. With the action plan, overall, to recap here, Verizon Wireless is experiencing low survey results at the Canton location. The solution to fix the issue is to develop a more effective training program for frontline employees. The first step is for management to present the solution to Verizon leadership, which we're doing today. The plan would be to schedule a one-day event to present the issue, recommend the solution, and the action plan to achieve the success. Local trainers and managers will be responsible for developing a training program for frontline employees to learn products and services, as well as their customer relation skills. The local trainers will then implement the training program. So after the training program is complete, management will establish performance goals with the employees to align with the objective of increasing survey scores by 10% at the Canton store. Store leadership will then monitor and evaluate the progress every month for 5 months to ensure the employees are meeting goals. Management will then collect survey data and compare it to data collected prior to the implementation of the new program. The last step involves management delivering a PowerPoint presentation breaking down the new survey data to Verizon's key decision makers, which are you. The estimated timeline for the action plan is 8 months, or if you break it down in hours, it's 273 hours, with an estimated cost of $3,200 to do this program. Looking into each step of the action plan for developing a training program for frontline employees at Verizon Wireless, the most critical step to ensure successful completion is the implementation of the actual training program itself. There's 3 potential risks that could cause the plan to fail. One risk is that the frontline employees do not retain the information during the training session. The second risk is employees may not engage and lack the effort to execute the effort. The third risk is that employees are not willing to implement the change to better the culture of the store. To overcome frontline employees not retaining the information, management will follow up with local trainers and create additional training sessions to help those. If employees decide not to engage in the new process, management has a plan to create incentive allowance programs to help motivate the employees. When employees are not willing to implement the change, management will then have accountability discussions, which may lead up to possible termination of the employee. So based on the research, building and sustaining a strong customer service climate in the Canton Verizon store are dependent on addressing some specific areas. One is to get upper management buy-in to commit to the resources needed to meet customers' needs and expectations. So we're hoping after this you will decide this is worth the time and effort and money to do this. This will involve hiring additional trainers, frontline employees, and review current spending against budget to align the resources necessary for reaching higher satisfaction results. Research shows a definite correlation between adequate product knowledge and strong customer service skills. Training and empowering employees to provide excellent customer service and reward their efforts when they do is key to fixing this problem. Effectively capturing customer information as to their spending patterns and product preferences will help sales associates tailor their approach to meet the customer's needs. Having open communication with all employees and providing them with clear goals and selling standards will ensure each customer has the same level of expertise service. Most importantly, top-level management must support the customer service and satisfaction in order to meet the customer satisfaction's increased goals. Verizon's upper management must work closely with area finance to find a way to budget the funds to produce the essential tools needed to gather accurate data. Currently, Verizon has budget constraints on additional training positions. The company is focusing their attention in maintaining the quality of the programs, such as tuition assistance, healthcare benefits, and short-term and long-term incentives, however, not enough towards training. The research here shows tonight that there's a need for implementation because without loyal, happy customers, Verizon will continue to see a decline in customer satisfaction at the Canton store. So with that, we'll open it up for questions. Lucas, you have anything?
I think that was an excellent presentation.
Thank you very much, sir.
I got a question.
Sure, fire away.
Once the investment is made in the training, what fail-safe would you have in place to sustain this expected outcome?
Great question. Well, one thing we need to do is make sure that everyone's on the same page. So starting with you, it's up to you to decide if this is worth it or not. If you decide it is, then at this point we will come together and top-level management will come together with the store and ensure that the training is being done over and over again until everyone's on the same page. This is just constant communication, follow-up, and ensuring that everyone is following the path that we have laid out here for the program. That's one thing here in the contingency plan that we came up with was one potential failure was that, and that would be the way we would overcome that issue.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Josh?
So in a way, it's like building or embedding reliability within the whole organization, right?
Exactly.
Embedding it into the people.
Exactly. It starts with our internal customers, which are us. From there, it'll build out to the front line and out to the customer base. But until we get that piece figured out, which this program will do for us as a company, we will get better experience and better results from our customers.
Is the training cost the $3,200? Is that per training day?
No, that's the whole program.
That's the whole
Yeah,
program.
that's breaking up daily.
That's relatively inexpensive then.
Yeah, I would think that that would be not that much of a cost to help prevent long-term issues. And the Canton store is the 4th busiest store in the United States. So with that being said, with how many people we impact in a month or a year, it may be more beneficial to focus on us first. That's why we're doing this today.
Excellent.
Good. Well, thank you very much for your time, and hope to get this thing implemented here real soon.
Thank you for your effort.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.